Watch now. Kid Bias is live.
Oh, of all times to get the headset stuck under the office chair. Okay.
It's okay, Trev. That chair was just undimensioned anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Need it for living. Oh, we can't say that.
Right. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Is it coming through?
I do believe it'll be coming through. He'll be fine.
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear. So good I couldn't get my mic off mute.
Okay,
Alright, let's get this show on the road. King Leishman, how you going, man? That is Crumping Keenel. Why am I still talking in a fucking weird accent? Oh, no swearing.
No. We abolished that rule a long time ago, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
So
KRL.
ready to go?
Start right, mate.
All right, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. It's the end of one season and the start of a new season and also a new league as well. Hello, everybody, and welcome to KRL, or the Kid Buyers Racing League. Here, live and exclusive on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel. And tonight it's the first of our social races as we kick off, like I said, a brand new season here at the Brickyard at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here as we get ready to go racing. Beautiful circuit, this one. Opened many, many years ago as Wikipedia closes down on my screen. 14 corners. It's 4.02 kilometres or 13 turns as it says there on your screen. And 15-minute qualifying session, 30-lap races. I welcome my co-commentators. I think I might have a couple of them tonight. But first, I'll start off with you, Jason Wilkinson, our man Wilco. Good evening to you.
Yo, JD here. What's going on? Back in the commentary box because Rob wanted to drive a car for once. So we're going to be having Rob as our... what do you call it? Live on board sort of reaction.
Just call me Dick, mate. Just call me Dick Johnson, the man with two penises.
Well, we've got Big Dick Jono and Big Dick Johnson and Dick Johnson. So you thought Big Donger and Big Dog was confusing. Wait till we. Anyway, let's get all this shit up. And yeah.
Already getting confused, and now whilst we get it up, I've got to get used to this being back on Project Cars 2. It's a little bit of nostalgia here tonight, folks, I reckon, for everyone watching at home as well, because this is a game that I wouldn't say we made this game famous, but I guess this is what sort of made the channel famous a few months back with our previous seasons on this game. But, I think we all love Indy cars, don't we, fellas? It should be some fantastic racing tonight, I reckon we're going to see here.
Yeah, these cars are a bunch of fun to drive. They've got plenty of aero. I always said these cars sort of handle between, with the aero mixture, an F1 car, but the slower speed stuff, sort of like a V8 supercar, because they just love to get sideways. So it's going to be a bit of fun tonight.
It certainly will be, as Rob Dog coming out onto the track with that slightly confusing pit lane. But who am I to talk? I turn right when I should turn left and get every which way in between. But so just getting used to the fact that I don't have to change cameras on this game. Back now on Project Cars 2. 8 people watching the stream. Hello to you. And hello to Kane and BK. Rob Dog Gang Assemble. Hashtag SA Proud.
Oh, you can't.
round he goes.
Spin, round he goes. Unbelievable there, and well, no pressure on you, Rob Dog. What happened there? Live and exclusive. This man can talk us through what happened.
Oh, I was too busy representing the Rob Dog Gang, and the pressure got to me. It's been a long time since I've had this sort of pressure. Last time I had any pressure was from Wilco when we did a last social race, and he absolutely punted me off the road when rally cars. I'm still pretty salty about it, Truth.
Yes, as you should be. This track famous, of course, for pictures falling off my walls, dogs barking. So let's hope none of that happens tonight. And I think from memory I managed to assure people about 3 laps later that I was still alive and well. So like we said, 15-minute qualifying session here tonight, and our man who's in the commentary box had quite a bit of pace there. What pole times can we be expecting here, Wilco? Are we into the 110s, or I've even heard 117s? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think old mate Blindy here, Rob, reckons a 107 around here, but if he keeps fighting fighting Waffles there for a quali lap. I don't think it was going to be anywhere near the 112s. But yeah, 10:10 I reckon will be the time we're looking for.
Mate, legend on track, you got to give me all the fucking space in the world.
All the time, you need to leave the space as we see Rob Dog now coming around the, I think I've got the corners here. What am I talking about? Turns 12, 13, 14, is he? Or am I, no, he's coming up to that.
Isn't there 13 corners or?
13 corners. There's 14 on this map here that I'm looking at, but maybe it's from 1909.
Left and right and left and right and left.
Left and right, you see the ground, you see the sky, you see the ground, you see the sky, and then you stop. As Rob Dog comes across the line, God bless Nando, and he's just going to be starting a hot lap up to 6th gear, 290 kilometres per hour as he breaks into turns 1, 2, 3. And possibly the last little bit of the track that's still similar to when the F1 cars were racing around here. As we see a car off to the side there, I'm not too sure who that was. But as the quick left and right-hander there at turns 5 and 6, always a difficult one to get right, isn't it? We'll go through there.
Yeah, it's flat, but if you just get your line wrong, you're going to bunny hop over those curbs. And these cars do not like curbs. They're on a more of a realistic game, dare we say, compared to F1, where you could brake on the curbs, do anything you want on the curbs, really. You give them the left them, and they wouldn't say anything. But yeah, this is a lot more.
Ease up, Epstein, Jesus.
Yeah,
he didn't kill himself. But we might take a look at some of the other drivers here. We've been on board with Rob, so it's, maybe that's our man Wilco, maybe it's our man Rob Dog. But we'll have a look as we let him cross the line, and we'll go to a few of the other drivers we've got.
Let's have a look here at what this man can do. Rob Dog across the line with a 112.199.
Not bad for sandbagging, I've got to say.
Not bad for a number 2 driver as Waffles there goes to the 110.768. And there goes Rob. Off onto the grass there. Off to get his
I might
corn.
jump back on. Oh, Big Dog here as well.
And team radio now for Big Dick, I should say. Where are my manners? It's Big Dick Johnson, not Big Dog Jono. As he's, we're riding on board with him now. Has he set a time yet?
Yep, P2, 110.8. He's just cooling off his rads, so we might. Oh, Siri's just turned on. Shut up, Siri. Just yep.
I'm sorry, I can't help you now.
We're on board with Wimp now. It's another guy. A lot of these guys may make a comeback from the old SRL name, or SRL Project Cars season we used to do, but this is all brand new now, so no one's a champion. There's no nothing. It's just, who's going to get the bragging rights for the first official social race.
Well, I mean, the big thing is, Wilco and Trev, I guess you two would agree that when you're with somebody and they're kind of weighing you down, that's emotional baggage, and sometimes you've got to get rid of it and start fresh.
Yes, you certainly do. If boy, there's a message there, isn't there, for all the for all the boys from the old SRL. But Kane Leishman says, hopefully I get Project Cars in the next month or so. Who knows? He might pick it up in the Black Friday specials.
Not Black Saturday.
Black Saturday. Yeah, too many bushfires. It's happening again. But yeah, Black Friday. So hopefully, Kano, I know you're watching. Good to have your company. That's Crumpkin, isn't it, from the F1 game a few weeks ago. But yeah, so hopefully you can pick it up on special somewhere, Project Cars 2, and yeah, hopefully we can get you on up and about in this series. BK says $100 on the PS Store. I think not, but I could have sworn, fellas, I've seen this game on special in other places. Maybe at EB Games or something in the bargain bin. You never know. Just look around. You might strike it lucky. But anyway, we've got 3 drivers now in the 110s and then 3 in the 112s. So a big difference between the first 3 and the next 3, Jace.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's this man here we're on board with now. No pressure. Rob Dog, come around the last corner. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or he's just starting one. I think he's just starting one. Here we go. We've already right on board with you, so we might go to a different camera here and go trackside maybe. Look at that.
Alright, so we're coming up to the first corner here, looking for the braking zone, about 150 metres, smack the brakes in the first gear, lock up the front end. It's not meant to do that, although you can get away with it in the Indy car. On the power early there, use the curbing as much as you can, get the exit out there. Another snatch broke, easy to do in the Indy car. Around the corner there, about 5 tenths up already. That's pretty good. Not good enough at the moment. looking for the long straight this week and have a bit of a breather. About 280 k's down here. Smack the brakes again. The IndyCar loves being smacked on the brakes, almost like Rihanna. Up in the third now, early turn in. Keep it really tidy through here. Looking for the exit. Power on now. All the way out to the outside there. Now on the inside, hug it on there. Looking for the wall. The wall's going to be your friend. Good braking marker. Smack the curbing. Beautiful. Little bit of sideways action there. Little bit of scrappy start to the lap. On the loud pedal, coming up to the line. This is just flat all the way through. Really nice feeling through the wheel. Coming up to the line, and this might be interesting.
Yes, look out, Martin Brundle.
Hey!
Oh, hello!
Look at the gap.
Hello!
You probably were on board then, Rob. We weren't actually watching you, so, no, I'm kidding. We were, don't worry.
And,
well, yeah, there you go.
Talked us all the way to pole position. How good is that? And I reckon
cracked the one line in the hot lap. That's 2/10 slower too, so still time to find.
So by the time he thought of the joke, executed it, and that was magnificent stuff. And what a lap! What's that? 0000.3. Just what I want to see when I blow into the old random breath test. But he's taken pole position under 0.05, please, if you don't mind. 6 minutes to go in this session as we take a look at Andy Holden and a rather jazzy-looking livery there. Bit of a Halloween
theme
there.
Not as jazzy as my Abu Dhabi helmet, which I've now officially retired after being the only guy to beat DRC Jared.
Yep, good stuff. And yep, we just sadly missed, isn't he? But Waffles now goes to P1.
Whoa! 110.0.
Yeah, that's wicked time.
That's a sexy lap. Oh, sorry, no, that's bad. How are you guys doing? You all right? You guys are the best. Yes. One more race. Get in there, Lewis. One more race of him. Thank God. But anyway, 110.019. Are we going to see anybody crack the 09s in the final 5 or so minutes in this qualifying session? We will wait and see as we take a look at Wimpinator now. Through the last few corners of this lap now, and he's looking fairly good. And there is no KERS, is there, Jace? I don't think, for qualifying?
Yeah, so we have, or not we don't, we're commentators, but the drivers will have, you'll see down the bottom right there, underneath the Speedo, you see a little blue bar, it has number 10 if your quality's good enough on your phone. You have a number 10, and during the race you get 10 push to pass. So you press it, you get 15, 20 seconds of extra horsepower, so it's good for when you want to pass, but you cannot use it during practice and quali, it just doesn't allow it. So here we go, I'm board with Wimp.
Here we go now, Wimp up to 290. That was the jazzy livery I was looking at, bit of a Halloween theme there with the looks like a zombie or something on the front of it now. So
yeah,
down
I think it's
to
a Doom livery.
Doom.
Yeah, it is. Doom.
Nice, Gary.
Nice, Gary.
Nice, Gary.
Nice, Gary. Gorgeous, Gary. Okay, here comes Wimpinator.
2 tenths up.
2 tenths up, look, so he's so on it, isn't he? And here we go. What can he do? 5 tenths of a second to pole position. Whereabouts is Wimpinator? He's 7 tenths further down in third place. He's coming up with some traffic. I'm not sure.
Yeah, hold up. It might be Rick, I reckon.
Is it going to be Rick?
We can't really see, but he's lost some time through that section and he's pulled the pin. We've got 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go now. Love it when they just teleport straight back to the pit lane. As Righty, the newly married man, and he might have lost a couple of tenths after that because he is off into the kitty litter. So he's going to be struggling to get back on the track there. In fact, I think he was just doing the right thing there, Jason, letting whoever that was go past and give them plenty of space. John Dog 2010. Gee, it's like an old family reunion or a school reunion, isn't it? There's a few names here that I haven't seen for a few months, but John Dog 2010 and Womp. Womp.
Wompy. Doing his usual sit out of quali and start at the back to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, that's
hopefully
where you get...
there's no Monster Energy signs for him to take out like he did Bathurst, which still laugh to to this day.
That's where you get the best pictures from, I reckon, down the back there, starting from P11. But Waffles and Bits, this man, can he go quicker? That's probably the only question remaining, or if anybody can beat him in the final couple of minutes of qualifying. Of course, before a 30-lap race, so don't go anywhere if you're watching this I've actually run out of water, so I might have to do a quick dash for a pit stop into the kitchen and get some water and some ice cubes. Ice cubes, not ice. Anyway, so as he comes across the line, just slower. I think it was, what, 20?
Not much slower.
No, not much
slower.
Almost
identical times there.
But here we go then. Rob Dog, he is slightly down, I reckon, in this first sector, but he is looking super, super quick. Not that we favour anybody in this particular race or championship coming up, but geez, he's taken a fair bit of curb. That's what you were saying, Wilco. You can't take too much curb, can you?
Absolutely molested it again. But
he's like Cardinal Pell at the Wiggles concert, isn't he? He's just... anyway, we'll leave that there.
Sweating over him.
He's sweating, but as we come through now, this is the last difficult part of the lap before, if you get it all right here, you can come back onto the famous banking at the Brickyard and onto the start-finish straight now. He is looking to improve by half a second, and can he do it? He's probably going to have one more go at this, I reckon, as he comes across the line. And he's improved 3/10 up, Jace, but still not enough.
No, but you still get... If you know he has enough fuel, depends on how open he's got his ducts, and that's the radiator ducts there. He should get 2 laps in, so you can see his full concentration mode. I haven't heard a fucking peep out of him for the last 2 minutes, so he's really starting to push now, flinging over those curves.
I haven't done anything like this in a very, very long time, so concentration is a must, but I can commentate this one as well if you feel like it.
Oh, Jono just popped in at 10.2 as well, so Big Dog looking fast as well.
Big hello to Sean, I thought this was Sean McAuliffe, but it's Sean McLaughlin. Let's go Waffles. BK says meth is a hell of a drug.
Oh, stuffed it.
But I might just make a quick pit stop with 30 seconds remaining in qualifying, Jace. I'll let you take it while I refresh the old H2O, and I'll be back shortly.
Roger. So here we are on board with the Big Dog, the biggest dog in town. Can we see? Oh, gets it stopped nicely. This little tricky section, you can't hit those curves on the inside because they will throw you wide, and he's sort of made a bit of a mill out of that one, but you'll see it's just a 10th down, so he's still got time to find as Wimp goes up to P2, so only a 10th between first and second, and then 2.5 tenths between first to fourth, so missing a couple of the good drivers tonight. That Jason Wilkinson guy's not racing, so I mean he would be second clear on top, and no kart dirt as well, so we'll see Big Dog come across the line. Quali is finished, and he could not improve. That's a shame. So now we're on board with Rob, who's got Rick in front of him, and he's probably going to block the absolute shit out of him, and I'll say it's put him off.
Spin City, baby. It's Spin City,
I'll say it's put him off, but
yeah,
we'll
do a
know
little bit, but that happens. But Jono was on a lap at the moment, and it looks like he's actually going quite slow there, so he's pulled out of it. Andy Holden's coming across the line, and he hasn't improved at all. And the last man on the circuit is Rico Tech, going as slow as I don't really know, as somebody escaping Epstein's pedophile island. I don't really know what to say to that, but you can see he's running Panasonic on the side there, and last time a team was running Panasonic, their Wilco was Toyota in Formula 1, and they did fuck all.
Yeah, where are they now? Where are they now? But anyway, that is quali done. Our first quali session in KRL. And BK, Jason Wilson 19 sucks ass. Well, maybe true, but Waffles gets pole.
He certainly does. And,
second.
As I finally decide to unmute my mic after coming back. But there we go. End of qualifying, Wilco and Rob Dog. We've got a special race coming up. Waffles on pole position. Look at that. More 10s than the Swedish volleyball team. That's bad, isn't it? But anyway, that's a dad joke. Wimpinator in second, Rob Dog in third, 2 tenths further back, Big Dick Johnson as well in fourth there. LJ Hooker, I've been waiting to say that for 3 months. Jason, please give that to me. Hook there in fifth, 6 for Andy Holden with that Jazzy Doom livery. John Dog 2010, like an old flame at school. Great to have you back, son. Mickey SR33, good to see him back too. Righty. Mr. Right there in 9th, and Rick Oztech is down there in 10th, and somebody, Womp, that's right, is in 11th, but he's not on our screen. Wilco, what can we expect from this race?
Hopefully very close fighting between those top 4, and that midfield battle for 5th and 6th should be pretty tasty. So we'll see. So just a quick little thing, because there's 2-minute countdown for now, so let me get the map up and all that stuff up. Rick said, see you later, I had enough. So, what we'll do is, so if, hopefully, we're not going to get it yet, but when someone, you'll see there's a red light that will flash, or not flash, it'll stay on. I've told the drivers just to make it easy, because there's a bit of a visual glitch where, because there's 2 different tyre compounds, so you'll see on them at the moment it's the red wall, which is effectively the soft tyre, and then you got one which doesn't have the red wall, which is the primary tyre, so the hard tyre. The soft tyre is a fair bit faster, but they only last, not many laps. But just so we know who's on what tyre, when you see that red light on the back of the car, they're on those red tyres, which means they're going to be quick, but they're going to drop off pretty quickly. So.
Good stuff.
And yeah, thank you, Kane, for saying good thing Jason isn't racing, because you would favour him. Well, when you're the best, you get favoured.
You just can't say that, Kane, who's still finishing the race in Abu Dhabi last week. But anyway, the BK says Wilco sucks ass. Not too much love for Wilco in this chat. But still great to have your company nonetheless as we get ready to go racing. And we've got the countdown, have we? It's not a formation lap, or is it a rolling start? What's going on, Wilco? We're just starting.
No, we're just starting. So when you see those lights come on, you'll see a little flick. There we go. And we should be getting ready in a second.
Look at that.
Alrighty, fellas.
Beautiful view. Here we go. Lights are green, and away we go here at the Brickyard. Who will conquer the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? And it's Wimpinator who makes the best start ahead of Waffles and Big Dick Johnson. Our man Rob went down to 4th. Now he's back up to 3rd as they head into turn 1. And is there going to be contact? This? LJ Hooker, you're not the best as he goes around there. Wilco, hectic start early.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the cameras up. There's people going left, right, and centre, which is always the worry. But look at this! Look at this!
Oh, yes, Rob Dog. Beautiful move there through the left and right-hander, and he takes the lead, but Wimpinator is going to have something to say about that alongside Waffles. Look at this, 3 wide, Big Dick Johnson down the inside. Was there contact there? I don't think there was. As this is special stuff, isn't it? As Bruce McAvaney would say, Wilco, what on earth were we doing on F1 2019 for all those months? That's because, actually, you were winning, weren't you? So that's why we're on that. But Rob Dog, not even through the first lap yet, and he has jumped 3 places on the line. He was down to 4th, and then he got up into 1st place by the end, pretty much the end of the first sector now. Wimpinator down there in 4th, LJ Hooker, who's back up into 5th, Wilco, so that is not too bad at all, considering where he was at turn 1. BK says, where's Darcy Jared? I'm fuming. Sadly missed. Kane Leishman, 3.
Kane got a hold of him in the end. Oh no, Waffles! He just said, just rearranged the front bumper of his own car, even though damage is off. And as you can see, a few of those drivers just used their push to pass on that first lap there. As you can see now, it's down to 9 for Jono, 9 for Rob, 9 for Waffles, so everyone's starting to use it. Wimps used 2 of him, so these front 4 are breaking away like we thought.
And let's just have a look at this. So it's Rob Dog a couple of tenths ahead of Waffles. Andy, our man Andy Holden. Welcome back, son. He's a bit further back there in P6. Is he going to have a look at LJ Hooker? No, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. It's all coming back to me now. Wilco was John Dog down there in P8. Righty, the Mr. Right down there in P9. And Womp, our favourite cameraman. They're going to have a little spicy battle of their own, I'm sure. But lap 2 now out of 30 here at the IndyCar layout of this Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard. First social race of a new league, the Kid Buyers Racing League or the Kid Dog Racing League. Either one, take your pick. I think it's still being settled in court, Wilco. We'll wait and see the outcome of that. But Wimpinator comes across the line, and look at these lap times starting to tumble now, Wilco.
Yep, and you just would have noticed Wimp did just the car in front there. Or there's more contact with Waffles, and Jono's around. Can you get him back? He should be out. He's alright. He's all good.
Big Dick Johnson there having a moment, but he still keeps it in P4. But that battle up the front isn't stopping anytime soon now as we ride on board. Perfect timing, Wilco. How well are we travelling here? As we will take a look at Waffles now. Lap 3 out of 30 in this race. Rick Oztex joined, better late than never. As Waffles look to be having a little bit of a lunge there, Wilco, but can't quite get the job done. I'm just wondering, where are the best places to pass on this track?
Definitely that first straight there, that long straight, you'll see that Waffles had a go the last couple of times. So right on board with Waffles here as he's very, very deep on the brakes. Rob's just keeping his cool nice and calm. Stay calm, head down. And we should see, is Waffles going to use his push to pass? Doesn't look like it. He's saving it still, he's still got it saved. So he's not. So this is all just down to slipstream here. Has Rob used his? No, he has not. So Rob's got 9, Waffles has 8, and look at the slipstream. Is he going to have a dive? Is he going to hit him again? What's going to happen? Oh, jeez, look at that front right lock, and that looks very, very orgasmic.
You can't put anything between them. He's getting mighty close, but it's very, very fair racing at the moment. Let's take a look at what's happening here now as we go through the very fast left and right-hander. Of course, this track modified back in 2014 for the Indy cars that started racing here back then. Oh, down the outside. Is he going to get the job done there? No, Rob closing the door again. But now Waffles is going to have a go, another go, and there's slight contact, but no harm done there, Wilco. This is very orgasmic indeed as we ride inside the cockpit here. How good are these Indy cars? They look good, they sound good, and the racing is just as good. And boy, this little dinky little left and right, then another left, then a right, then a left, and then we come back onto the start-finish straight, and I reckon he's a lot closer. He's close here, Wilco.
He's very close. He's not using his push to pass, but I think Rob definitely has. Yep, Rob has used his, so that's why you can see Rob in front there just pulling away a bit. So they're back on equal terms. Both of you've got 8 push to pass to go. And Waffles is definitely, look at that right front just pinching, just looking really, really good. I'll actually really like that. But yeah, Waffles is still applying the pressure. Wimp's dropped back a bit. He must have made a mistake we missed, and Jono's just sort of holding station. And then you got Andy. Thanks, Mr. Hooker. Mickey, you're so fine. God, this is like a horse race, isn't it? You got John Dog here, so you can see Mickey with the red light on in front means he's on those red tyres, so expect him to pit early. And one thing we haven't spoken about is you've actually got a critical lap here, so it's probably going to be around lap 9 or 10, or maybe 10, 11, where you can pit and you'll be able to get the end on fuel, because you can see the fuel on the left-hand side of the gear there. So you can see John Dog's got 55 to go, as he makes a mistake, and as Murray says, spin, spin, spin.
round he goes. But always interesting.
Front battle.
Yep, we'll get back to the front. They're always interesting, like you said, Wilco, talking about the strategy. But a bit of a commentator's curse there. John Dog losing it on the infield section of this track. But, well, he's not quite as close. This lap is Waffles. But he gets very close, though, doesn't he, in the braking zones. But Rob Dog putting that car right where he needs to put it, and he's just keeping a nose in front. It is a bit like a horse race, isn't it? We've got Rob Dog 2 lengths ahead of Waffles, then it's Whippinator and Big Dick Johnson coming round the outside with 500 metres to go. Big Dick Johnson ahead of Andy, then it's LJ, thank you Mr. Hooker, then it's Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, and John Dog, who's just gone off the track. He's pretty good on the turf, isn't he, John Dog? But now he's back on the black stuff. Jesus, you're doing it to me again, Wilco. Then it's Mr. Wright. Mr. Married, Mr. Wright there ahead of what? Our favourite cameraman. 200 metres to go here at Flemington. Anyway.
That was spectacular.
That was
anyway,
beautiful.
that's why I needed to go and get a drink of water. But lap 6 out of 30, we even got something out of Rob Dog, who's sweating profusely.
Oh, I've got to say, I'm under lots of pressure here. That's me and Waffles have been doing this for a while now. Within our league, we've been running Indy cars, so this is quite familiar to me. But I've got to say, yeah, he's really pushing now. We've had a little bit of contact. Thankfully, the damage is off, because right now he wouldn't have a front wing and I wouldn't have a rear wing. So he's keeping it very spicy for me at the moment. The car's a little bit oversteery, so I'm just trying to manage that at the moment. You can see there, just kicking out a little bit wide, not very comfortable. So my mirrors are full of that big gold and black car, and it's pretty hard to keep him behind. He's going to have a dive here, I reckon. There it is.
You can see it. You called it, Rob. He saw it early, didn't he? And he knew he was going to go down the inside there, as we want to get the fans involved, everybody watching the stream tonight. Kane, good to know you're enjoying it. Wilco, what camera and driver do we ride on board with? So let us know, folks, for the next lap. although this battle is making it awfully hard, Wilco, to take our cameras and our eyes off this.
He's really good there underneath the brakes. He's very good. His mid-corner's not as good as mine, as I'm just front there scrubbing out a little bit. His car's not as pointy as mine, but under brakes he's very, very stable. He can brake a lot later than I can. So that man might be running with a little bit less fuel than I am at the moment. But yeah, he's making life real hard there, Trev.
Certainly is.
And what I can tell you, actually, Rob, is we say a little bit yes, less fuel. He's got about 600 mils less than you. So don't use that excuse because you're running pretty much the exact same fuel.
Oh, he's on the inside here. He's having a look. Oh, sideways.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear, that's a penalty.
Is that going to be a safety car, I wonder? we can't do that, can we? Or can we?
Oh, Lord.
Safety car boards and flags, safety car boards and flags.
But, well, that's just made things a little bit more interesting. Now he's on the comeback trail. I was about to say before that incident, as Rob Dog getting very close there to Andy. They were so close, weren't they? You mentioned they were close on fuel, Wilco, but look at those lap times as well. 13.1s, 13.0, 13.1, so very, very close. The top 5 lap times, and from LJ Hooker down, it sort of spreads out a little bit after that. But oh my goodness me, Rob Dog is going to fancy his chances here. That was a big lock-up from Andy there. So that's not going to do his tyres any good there, Wilco.
Waffles, I was saying, what's going on with Waffles? He's just slowing down to redress, which I guess is the nice thing to do, but damage isn't done, unfortunately. But just see if Rob Dog, is he going to go for the dive? Send it! Oh, and he's sent it, but so has Andy.
He's out-braked himself.
Yeah, still going. But yeah, back to that contact there, just very unfortunate, right at the wrong part of the corner where Rob would have had nothing to do there and just absolutely snapped to him. But here we go. There's Waffles there. Oh.
That's the dirty, yeah.
Molesting the curbs there, and we're going to go 3 wide here.
That's actually the right thing for Waffles to do. That's I like racing against that dude. He's always been like that. If he makes a mistake and he pushes you out wide, he'll slow down even if he's losing positions to give you the pace back. He's always been very good like that. So points there for Waffles and Mitz, one of the most gentlemanly racers I know.
And that gentlemanly racer is facing the wrong way there, Rob, but still hopefully, I was about to say, if Waffles and Rob could have stayed close there, Wilco, probably would have made the race a little bit more interesting, I guess, as we could see them coming back through the field. But after all of that, it's Wimpinator taking the lead by 4 and a bit seconds ahead of Big Dick Johnson. This man's got a bit of a history, doesn't he, Wilco, of doing this in Project Cars 2. He just has a quiet race, and next thing you know, he's top 2 or possibly taking the lead.
Yeah, he's a real game or real simulator specialist, I guess, is the way you would put it. Struggled a bit with F1, which is fair enough. I guess maybe that's why I'm okay on P cars, but I'm better on F1, so maybe I'm just not the better driver. But anyway, yeah, that sort of just made that battle a bit boring. But I guess we've got Andy and stuff still potentially going to have a battle. I think Waffles is pitted, so he's going for an early stop, lap 10, so he's got the fuel out the window, or fuel done, so now he's got that very, very long pit lane to go through. But hopefully Big Dog can close up on Wimp and we can have a good battle again.
So it's not over yet. 1/3 of this race completed, 10 laps gone, 20 still left here at the Brickyard. Who will take this one? The first social race, Kid Buyers Racing League, don't forget. And we don't have a website, do we? But follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, do all that sort of stuff. You know how it works by now, but we've got 1.11k subscribers, and hoping that we can get some more leading up to the brand new season. And the first of the social races. How many social races are we having, Jace, before we kick off a new season?
3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4. So we'll do that for the rest of the year, and then we'll have a Christmas break, New Year's break, and then we'll decide what we're actually doing for the actual season, which I'm slight hint it might be these cars here, but we're not sure. We're not sure yet. So next week, I think we can announce now with our 6 fuels we got. Next week will be most likely a Nissan Fairlady. Old, was it 1980, 1970, something like that?
240Z,
yeah.
so that would be 70s smart.
Yeah, so there you go. So they're pretty fun. So a single class, and it's going to probably be at Zoo High. Good track for dive bombs and crisscross and you name it. But oh, there's just someone in the background. That's Wimp lapping Womp there.
So Wimp,
But
Wimp
yeah.
and Womp. So you heard it here first. Good stuff. And Zoo High, that was that might have been
China.
In China, that might have been the place where we got our one of our highest viewing streams. I think might have been 2,000 people, was it? Back.
Something like that. Or maybe that was Rule Coon, I don't know. But yeah, we did had that one season where we had lots of views, not because of the our friendly Indians, but that's another discussion for another time.
Yep, careful, careful, Jace. We're relying on those Indians. Anyway, lap 12 out of 30 now. Big Dick Johnson. So we've had a couple of pit stops. Drivers still very, very close, although the lap times 112s now, and then 113s for Andy and LJ Hooker. Mickey, so fine down there in 6th. He's sort of running his own race a bit there. He's 5 seconds behind Hooker and 16 seconds, I beg your pardon, ahead of John Dog, who we saw have an incident a few moments ago. Don't be shy, keep those comments coming in. All 5 people watching the stream, 4 now. And okay, geez, okay, we're losing them. Maybe there were some Indians on there, but anyway. So anyway, enough about that. But 5 seconds now, Wimpinator ahead of Big Dick Johnson, and he's a little bit slower on that last lap, half a second slower. As was that Womp? Somebody's off the track there. Is it Womp? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it's Womp. Yeah.
Is that Glock?
It is Glock.
Oh, don't you love it? Don't you love it? The Ferrari,
really.
Felipe Massa's crew, and everyone in the garage celebrating. They went too early, didn't they? But I love how that quote is attributed to James Allen, but it was actually Martin Brundle, wasn't it? He said that. But anyway, the great man Martin Brundle, lap 13 out of 30. Kane Leishman just commenting in emojis, only dealing in emojis now, Kane. Give us something a little bit more than that, but still great to have you with us tonight. But don't forget, like we said, you heard it here first, a couple more social races before we decide what we're doing. It could be Indy cars, it could be something else, but you've got to stay tuned to this channel each and every Thursday, as there's another car off to the side there. Somebody on the start-finish straight, Wilco. I didn't see who that was. Righty. Further down the field.
I know that because I almost saw him fucking up close and personal. So,
the cars
what he's doing, he's retired. So maybe he didn't jump. He hasn't played the game for a while. But I was just checking while you were on board with Rob there. We are actually trending on Project Cars at the moment. So actually, it's coming up as a live broadcast. I always say I need to check that every week, and I forget. So yeah, we're actually on the Project Cars live broadcasting on the PlayStation at the moment, which is good.
And you know
which means we might get back to those those trending videos and we get those views back up.
That's interesting because I am on a different console too. Interesting. So we've solved that problem, Jace. We used to appear on the live from PlayStation, the videos. So that's good to know. Oh, and I tell you what, Rob,
Big Dog,
Big Dick Johnson. I saw a puff of smoke there. He might have connected with that wall, and
that's not that boy.
That's right. We were going to get some action, but he's coming into the pits now. Wilco, now's the time. Lap 15, half the race gone, half still to go.
Yep. So you come in. I'm not going to be able to see what tyres he's changing. I don't even know if the pit stop. We might have that. Didn't we used to have the what did you used to call it? The what was that movie? I can't remember. Anyway, it was the one where the guys would start flashing. The middle, invisible and stuff to pick through. I don't know. There's something Trev used to say.
Oh,
Matrix or something. Matrix or something. Yeah. But yeah, looks like we're actually getting there. And if you have a look on the right there, Jono still has 9 push to pass. So if he can start using those, you can definitely gain a couple tenths a lap. Short fuse racing.
Well, short fuse racing. Big hello to you. I wouldn't mind going to work tomorrow with 9 push to passes. I can tell you that to help get me through to the weekend. But But by push to passes, I mean the bourbon on special down at my local supermarket. But Short Fuse Racing, great to see you guys back on Project Cars 2. Finally, some love in the comments there, Wilco. And Rob, it's good to see, and it's great to have you with us, Short Fuse Racing. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But we are, well, he's happy to see us back on Project Cars 2, Wilco, and we're glad to be back on Project Cars 2. It's a ripping game, and it's great to be back. We've missed this.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, the racing, although it's sort of died off now, but we've got a few guys who are unavailable to race tonight, but we should get a full grid, which is 16 next week, and yeah, you'll see how good the racing can be. And in those Nissans, little Datsuns, they are damn fun to race with, and slipstreaming, side drafts, you name it. It's good racing there. So yeah, look forward to next week.
Oh, Wilco, do you even have a clutch pedal? Do you know what a clutch pedal is? You got a heel and toe with those, mate.
Mate, I've been clutching as long as you've been fucking born.
Been born longer than you?
No, you haven't. How old are you again?
You're like 2, mate. I look, where's your fucking muscles,
I'm 24.
mate? September. They all say they're fucking 24. Get fucking... piss off in your SS, mate. Piss off.
September 95, I think, for you, Wilco, and sometime in 96 for Rob Dog. It was that long ago.
It sort of gives the name on the top of the screen away, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
it was. You must be feeling old, Wilco. Oh, tell you what, Wilco. September 95. That's when Carlton were winning premierships. So that's how long ago that is. But and then we won't go back to 1988, will we? But that's when Ayrton Senna was racing around, and yeah, doing some good things in that MP44. Great little Formula One car that is. But speaking of good cars,
here we go.
We are just going to recap here. We have got something coming up. Waffles on the comeback trail. Kane once again with his emojis. Kane might not be able. But here we go then. So lap 17 out of 30. And this is the closest battle on track. And
this is an actual battle for positions too. Remember, because Waffles has already caught up to Jono. Through Jono, as Simba starts getting his toy out, of course. As Jono was just in front of Rob. So this could be actually a quite tasty battle here once Rob pits. Although I think he's popping in the 111.9. So he might be just down the field. But with 8 push to pass on Waffles and 9 on Jono compared to Rob's 6, we're looking good.
We certainly are, and don't lie to us, Wilco. We know that's not Simba's toy, that's your toy. As we've got lap 18 now, Wimpinator leads. Let's just recap where we are at in this race. Wimpinator leads from Rob Dog, 1996, the veteran there. And then it's Andy Holden, 8. Where did he come from? Well, I've got to say, he's doing very nicely up there in the podium positions. Then you can have a cup of tea before we get back to John Dog 2010. And then he's 7 seconds ahead of Big Dick Johnson. Beautiful stuff there, working through this field. And then it's Waffles, who looks a little bit closer ahead of LJ Hooker. Thanks, Mr. Hooker, in P7 there. And then Mickey, the usual suspects, down there in P8 ahead of Womp. And are we running the point system for the top 10? Because if so, Wilco, everybody would be scoring points tonight. But
yeah, well, it's a social race. But Womp has got a little coon. I mean, sorry, a coon.
Whoa!
Has got a cone stuck to his car, which is flew off then. But well, I'll take that back as we pits. Let's change the subject.
The car is black, but I still don't know whether we can say that sort of stuff. But Wimpinator coming into the pits, and I think, was that Rob Dog in? No, it must have been Andy. Oh, Rob Dog! Is that, am I getting too excited there? Is he coming through to lap somebody? Oh, anyway.
Oh my God, what a pass it was, mate.
It looked good on my screen, I can tell you that, heading down there into turn 1. And we've got the red mark Firestone tyres going on. So these are the...
do we though? Do we have a red? I can't see the red light. Is there a red light on the back of the car or not?
No, there's no red light. So, but no. Oh well, I got a little bit.
That could be the primary tyres. But anyway, the battle is, where is he going to come out? And these two are they going to get out in front of him? So you can see the map up the top right there. I think he's going to be miles ahead, isn't he, Wimp? Yeah, miles ahead.
Yep, he's got probably a straight ahead of them there, but
more than that, really, yeah.
Yep, a few yards, that's for sure. But lap 19, so we're winding down in this race. Short Fuse, Kane And yeah, Wilco, we know you're here. BK, everybody else who's commented. Sean, good to have everybody's company here.
The old fossil nuts must be getting it done. Oh, I've got a funny story, but I might. No, I'll say it now. So he was telling me he was rooting his lady friends yesterday morning, and this is a big man with a big woman, so don't know how the bed's set up. But he's grabbed the shelf behind him, and the shelf's ended up all on top of him, and he was crying. He was telling me the story. He was absolutely crying with laughter. So maybe I can get him on the phone later, and we can get him to tell that story again, because I just butchered it. But anyway, Rob,
I know exactly.
Are you going to be pitting anytime soon?
I'm not planning on it, mate.
I was about to say I can read your mind, Rob. I was thinking about Shep's story there, and he can only blame his shelf. But, anyway, last 10 laps of this one. Rob not giving anything away, Wilco, which is surprising, given that there's 3 out of the 4 untouchables here, yet not giving us too much, really. Keeping that pit stop strategy very close to his chest, albeit 13 seconds ahead of Andy. And Big Dick Johnson, who we're riding with at the moment, is it is the closest battle on track.
By Waffles there.
And he has been passed by Waffles. And
they're both very deep then.
And I think Waffles, Big Dick Johnson almost followed Waffles there, doesn't he? That can happen, can't it, in racing? One guy goes off and the next guy goes off behind him.
Yeah, definitely. We actually had that before, where maybe it was last night. Well, I don't know, but someone spun and then... Who was it? Was it you? I can't remember. Someone was on last night, but yeah, one guy spins, usually the second guy spins too, because you're just following that rear wing, and it's so easy to make a mistake, especially in this game, in these cars. And as you can see, Waffles getting held up here by, I think that's Womp, who will try and get out of the way by driving on the grass or going to the left to right, left to right, left to right. What's he doing? Going on the inside. So, and he goes to the outside.
and then into the crowd. So Womp just trying to get some good shots here, trying to capture the race from all angles, but doesn't he do some stunning photos, and then into the other wall for good measure. But oh my goodness, look who has commented.
Hey!
Stop everything, Big Shep. We've just, we're fair to say, we've mentioned a very intimate story of yours. But anyway, where is he? Up at the Royal Hotel in Upper Ferntree Gully tonight. Had a nice steak and a few frothies to wash it all down here with Vince and Nigel. Trev, you're still the best caller. You're far too kind, but big thank you to you, Shep, down there at the Royal Hotel in Upper Ferntree Gully. And Kane Leishman now Shep's commented, Kane, your comment, this is one of the best racing channel. Oh, that's very nice to know, but Big Shep has joined us. Hopefully, let us know, Shep, if you heard Wilco's story about someone you know very well a few moments ago. But we're winding down here at the moment. It's looking like a Rob Dog victory, and I can assure...
He hasn't pitted yet, and he's about to come in this lap, so let's have a look. Where is he going to come out compared to Wimp?
Let's have a look here. There's a few cars further up ahead, but I don't think that's going to worry our South Australian man, Rob Dog, because he will be diving into the pits this lap unless he decides to make a liar of me.
Pit lane there. There it is.
Don't get a speeding penalty, mate. Don't get a speeding penalty. It's about here.
Ooh, whack on the
brakes. You got one, didn't you?
I don't know.
No, you haven't on my screen. Whether it's glitched out, no one's got a penalty, which is actually quite surprising. But that was very limit then. And Alan did hear his story about him being the. What did you say before? He was making a fool of himself.
Yeah, that's right. He can only blame his shelf. But it's a pleasure to have the great man Shep's company. But this is the important battle here. Wimpinator. He's cutting that gap down, but he had some traffic there. Whether that's going to play a part in the outcome of whether he can get first, I reckon Rob's got it easily here. Or does he?
No. It's so bloody slow, isn't it?
You watch the track, I'll watch the pit lane, as they say. But I reckon Wimpinator going to get the lead.
No, that's lap traffic. There's Wimp.
Oh no, he's gonna keep second. But Waffles is through into the lead of this race, so that's not going to make Shep too happy at all as he comes out there into P2, and that gap is what, 5 seconds now? 5 seconds,
yeah.
7 laps, fresh tyres. Well, I reckon he can go full beans here and go hell for leather.
Whoa.
and chase P1. And he is absolutely on it. He's really on it, isn't he, Wilco? And, well, that gap's coming down already.
Yes, and Wimp just used his push to pass through the tight, twisty section to get past the lap traffic there. But I got a question for Rob. Did you change tyres or did you just refuel?
Well, what does the light on the back of the car mean?
That's a good question. Thank you for saying that. And that is a red light, so he's got those soft tyres on. So here we go.
That's what I was thinking too. But that is awesome stuff. So this is going to make it interesting. Oh boy, it's down to 3.8 seconds.
Here we go.
He's going to need more than push.
For a sec too.
I reckon he's going to need more than push to pass. We'll go with at the rate he's catching him. But anyway, Andy, we've got another battle on our hands here, coming on to the main straight. And no, we're not. There's another couple of... Geez, I'm not good at these road courses, am I? These American road courses. But Andy, a bit like Daytona, but Andy now right up behind Big Dick Johnson, the man who's a little bit more comfortable on project cars too than the F1 2019 game. Like we said, more of a simulator specialist. That was for you, Big Shep. Love you, brother. And Kane saying, hopefully Rob Dog can catch up. You read my mind as Big Dick Johnson. That's not what he needs to be doing, Wilco. And now he's got Andy all over the back of him, and it's going to be very tight, this one. But he can't quite get through there. But Jono, Big Dick Johnson can't afford to make those mistakes, can he, Wilco?
Nah, definitely not, especially in these last few laps here. Andy has 7 push to pass to go, so Jono has, I think it was 4 to go, so that's like 20 or 30 seconds of, probably 40 seconds actually, of extra power boost that Andy's going to have at the moment. So you should see there's a bit of lag there for Jono, as I think that's Womp again, he's going off the track. Don't come back on, please, thank you. But anyway, the big battle is, look at the gap now between Wimp and Rob.
I can tell you right now, everybody, he's a coming, everybody
last
down
time
there.
He was coming.
I tell you what, everybody down there at the Royal Hotel in Upper Ferntree Gully, make sure you have a beer, because if this man can get home and get this job done with just 5 laps to go now, Ferntree Gully, South Australia, you name it, from Ferntree Gully to Adelaide, they're going to be absolutely going off if he can get this one ahead of Wimpinator there. But I've got to say, Shep, if you can get them to put that up on the big screen or something, that would be much appreciated. Because not only are we trending on PlayStation Live at the moment, Wilco, but we've also got a very spicy, sexy end of this race coming up, and it's down to 1.6 seconds now.
Yeah, 1.6. Big Shep, big old fossil nuts. I'll get you send those link around to a couple of your mates so they can start watching too, just to get those extra views. But here we go, Rob, look at that, 110.5 that last lap. He is absolutely on it.
He certainly is. And Short Fuse Racing says, cue the Jaws music. And what happens when you mention something musical on this channel? We usually take it. We usually take it. And doing it. Look at this. This is very Jaws, isn't it? Maybe in a lap or two he's going to be right behind him. And Kane still wanting to know, if I do get project cars, hopefully I am better at it than F1. And
I'm sure you would be, Kano.
It's not hard, is it? But great to see you on here. Short Fuse, cue the Jaws music. I don't reckon it's going to be far away, because we've only got a handful of laps left. And I won't go with that sweaty Cardinal Pell joke, but Wimpinator would be getting very, very nervous, Wilco, as this man is hunting him down like something I really shouldn't say.
He's starting to panic there, Wimp. He just used his push to pass, and Rob's... So he has 2 left now, Rob has 3, so here we go. It's going to be on.
Game on now, and look at this, an 11.1 last lap for Rob Dog, the man from South Australia, hunting this man down. And what more motivation do you need than knowing that you're trending on the PlayStation Live stuff, and also having Kid Byers commentate along the way. You can hear us. He's been with us all race, live and exclusive from Rob's cockpit. That'd be an interesting place to be, I'm sure. But here we go, 3 laps left in this race.
It's bloody sweaty at the moment, I can tell you that.
Some would say very cheesy and very salty.
It's less than a second, Wilco. Less than a second, Shep. Short fuse, Shep, Kane, everybody. It's on now. There's no DRS, is there?
Tyres
No.
overheating.
Oh, it's overheating. That's what we like to hear. Oh, he's gone deep. Let's see if Wimp's going to use his push to pass. He's got 2 left, as we said. 2 left with 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go.
Is he going to use it? Look for that blue bar to go. He is not. Is Rob using it? Yes, Rob has used this. Here we go. Let's see how much he can close. He's starting to shake and bake. Left, right. Break that slipstream. Break that tool. Here we go. Oh, look at the speed. Look at her.
Look at that speed. And you know you've got them nervous when they're moving around like that on the straight.
Here we go.
Here we go then. 2 laps to go until the end of this race, and we've got what we always love to see, a grandstand finish as Rob Dog on the red marked tyres. He's got his little red light on, and I reckon he's going to have a green light as well at the moment, because he is going to be passing Wimpinator sooner rather than later. And boy, oh boy, it's great to have everybody's company with us here tonight. This is great for you, Shep. Don't forget we are streaming in 1080p high definition rather than the 720 standard stuff. So just thought I'd let him know that, Wilco, as well.
You
but we're coming
not
up.
know what you're talking about.
No,
he doesn't know how to turn on the computer, but it's alright.
Oh, the great man just does what he needs to do. But we're coming up to the try English, kit buyers, you bloody flog. But coming up to the penultimate lap of this race. That's what I was trying to say. And with all 4 wheels and tyres aiming at that car of Wimpinator, he's just shaking and baking it again, moving around all over the place. But 2 more laps to go until the end of this one, and it's great to have everybody's company here. This is going to be a grandstand finish, and look at those last 2 laps between Wimpinator and Rob Dog, Wilco.
Yep, absolutely fuck all in it, and that's what we like to see. As Waffles is in the 11.7s as well, but he's out of it at the moment with that mistake, as Womp's getting out the way. Very nicely done. And yes, I think the tyres is taking a little bit too much, or Rob's taking a little bit too much out of the tyres. It seems to be just struggling in the dirty air, but with 1 push past to go, and Wimp has 1 as well, it's going to be all down to, does he use on the straight this lap, or does he save it and go on that back straight and hope that Wimp, we're always going to get traffic here. This is going to be interesting here. Here we go.
The pressure is on.
Let's push the pass with Wimp first.
Here we go, Wimp.
Is he going to use it?
And all the traffic getting out of the way there.
He's used it. There you go. So Wimp has used his now. So Rob has saved us. So Rob has just listened to me. He thinks that's a good idea, Jason. Shit, you're a good driver. Shit, you're a good bloke. And he's going to use it on this this second straight here. He's going to get a big slipstream on him. And it's going to be a last-ditch effort. Here we go.
One last hurrah, Wilco, and everybody out there watching at home. How good is this grandstand finish? Who will be the king of the Brickyard? Who is going to be spraying milk around here after this one? Is it going to be Wimpinator, or is it going to be Rob Dog? Who will conquer this track here tonight? Indianapolis.
Push the pass enabled.
Oh, it's enabled.
Catching. Is he going to send it? No.
He's still got a little bit there left in the tank, I reckon. He's running on fumes as well. 1.9, is it laps or litres? I can never get that right. But anyway, litres, thank you very much. Last lap, only a few corners to go, Wilco. I've got no fingernails left, and Wimpinator will be sweating like a little pig in a Chinese restaurant. But here we go then.
He's done a good job. Wimp's done a great job.
Thank you, Rob Dog, for that, as we just come through the last couple of corners here. And
last corner.
Well done, Wimp.
Wimpinator's got it. Mate. He crosses the line. Rob Dog giving him the respect there. Great racing between the two of them, but it's Wimpinator in the end who ends up winning this race ahead of Rob Dog, and Waffles getting awfully sideways there, but he's got plenty of time, Wilco, to gather it all up in the black and gold car and take 3rd position. He'll be disappointed with that, but he'll still make it onto the podium and for our post-race interviews as he crosses the line. So the first KRL social race that we've ever had.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
And that is not good. I'm just having. I've got to look away from the screen. I'm having a seizure here, folks. Oh, geez! Now I'm seeing it on the stream again on the other screen. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, so here comes LJ Hooker in the LJ Hooker colours, if you don't mind. How good is that in the red and yellow cars? John Dog is facing upside down there. He's in the crowd somewhere, but there we go. Just recapping, Wimpinator holding off a very fast finishing Rob Dog by just 0.7 of a second. Look ahead of Waffles in P3. Big Dick Johnson only good enough for 4th tonight, ahead of Andy. LJ Hooker there in 6th, the man we saw crossing the line a moment ago. John Dog ended up upside down Nemo style, but he still finishes in 7th. Then it was Mickey, not so fine that you were blowing my mind down there in 8th, and then Womp in 9th, who was a bit of a mobile chicane there at the end, but great to see him in the points inside the top 10 for tonight, and I reckon it's been a pretty good, pretty much success tonight, I reckon, Wilco, the first social race, with still plenty more to come.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just getting messages through saying, Jono was saying it didn't change his tyres, so his tyres are absolutely rooted at the end there, which is always unfortunate. But yeah, pretty good race, and just invited those boys in, whether they join, here they are. Here's Wimp, so I'll let you take away the first interview. I want to interview Rob.
All right, Wimpinator, first of all, can you hear us, and are you allowing your voice to be shared? Awesome. 2 yeses there, so that is good. So talk us through your race, mate. First of a new league, a new season, albeit a social race, but still always good to get the win tonight. Talk us through what happened. Good stuff. Couldn't have said it better myself. As a quick mention, Jace, before you get to our man Rob Dog. Ronnie has just subscribed. He says, I love racing games and I've just subscribed to this channel. Good stuff. Big legend. Thank you. Legend. Absolute fucking legend. Thank you, Ronnie. You'll be hearing all sorts of strange things here, but as we move along, but thanks anyway, as we move along to Wilco, take it away with Rob Dog.
Alright, first of all, Rob, can you see me? No, you can't. Okay. Can you hear me?
No. No, I don't hear the bullshit that's coming out of your mouth. Trev, how you going, mate?
Salty.
It's
No,
weird
mate,
being on the end of this.
it's sort of weird that we're talking to you, even though we're talking to you the whole race, but how was your race, pal?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. The first couple of laps there with Waffles holding them off. I think we had it coming together, but Waffles did the right thing and redressed. But that was really intense, being the slower car there and having to hold off that man. Great driver, Waffles and bits. And towards the end of that race, just before I pit stopped, I knew that I had to get that gap between me and Wimp a bit closer, and that was pretty hard to do. But just whacked on the soft tyres and went for it and got within a second, but Wimpinator was just way too good, and yeah, props to him. But yeah, what an exciting race, and I've got more sweat on me right now than probably Cardinal Pelt.
Does it have Waffles join the party? So I'll let you take that away, Trev.
Awesome stuff. Waffles, mate, what are your feelings after that race, mate? Is it mixed emotions? You probably could have been up there, P1, P2. You were dicing with Rob Dog for the lead. You still finished on the podium, mate, but were you expecting more tonight?
I wasn't expecting to lose my sheep station over it, but yeah, I thought it was a social race here, and then gentlemen, and next second there's Rob playing the old defending game. So I was tapping him a few times to try and unnerve him, and then a little bit too hard, one of them, so just let him go back through, and then I got caught in Andy's aero and just spun. I think the tyres cooled down while I was waiting for Rob, and then just lost traction, unfortunately.
So
good guy never wins.
That's exactly right. No one likes Rob Dog anyway. So anyway, we'll move on to next week. So I'm still not sure what we're doing next week, but 99% sure it's going to be in the old
I'm
little depths in
99%
there.
sure I'm not stopping for Rob next week. if I hit
Oh,
him.
actually, I won't be here next week. I'll be in the commentary booth. So if you want to hear Wilco...
Oh, run away, eh?
Oh, yeah. No. Well, you know,
He
when
was
you're
talking
so
himself
good...
up. He's going to say he's going to do this one race and he's going to retire back after a win. But
Just like Mark Scaife, you know, I've had my comeback drive. I'm going to go back to the box with Crompo and Larko, and I'm going to let you boys settle on the track and produce some wild moments in Australian motorsport. Yeah, that one. He's in the fence. They're all at the fence.
And Trevor, are you still there? Have you muted your mic, or have you fallen off?
I'm not going anywhere, but there we go. We've heard from the top three. Stay tuned next week. What are we racing in next week, and where are we racing in it, Wilco?
I'll double check. It's the Nissan Fair
The
Lady.
T40Z Datsun at Zhuhai.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is
Thank you, Wilco.
Quite a little
That's
fun
right,
race.
mate.
Yeah. That's right, mate. Wait, that's Jono.
So the fact that he can't see seems to have heightened his other senses. Rob Dog.
Trevor, I can sense that Tay needs to have a nappy change.
Yeah, I've done. All right, I've done. That's the wife's turn now. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Well, this is these the cars of the old Camaro there. Look at that. But thank you to everybody for their company. Sinner Live says good race, guys. Ronnie, thanks for subscribing. Short Fuse as well for your company. Kane for the insightful comments. Great to have you with us as well. Hopefully you can get the Project Cars 2 game. We are at Zhuhai in China, so there'll be plenty of one-liners there. Stay tuned for that. We won't be doing 1,000 laps. It's an endurance race. Look at that. As Big Waffles leaves the party. He'll be disappointed with tonight, but still managed to get a podium finish. Don't forget to tune in 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time to the Kid Buyers YouTube channel for next week's race at Zhuhai in China. That's all we've got time for, folks. Thank you to you, Wilco. Thank you, Rob Dog.
Yes, no, it's going to be good fun next week. Classic touring cars, so it's going to be fun action to watch Wilco steer those around, and all the beloved regulars. That's what we've missed, Trev, isn't it? The beloved regulars, and getting away from the terrible claws of some British people overseas. So starting our own thing, and hopefully we can get a few other things on the roll. But yeah, these social races are a bunch of fun, so I look forward to next week.
Good stuff. Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. But thank you to everybody for your company. Like I said, tune in next week, 8 p.m. Thursday to the Kid Buyers YouTube channel. It's going to be another social race on KRL. Thanks for joining us. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Are your balls sweet?